When most people hear the word surrender, they think it means weakness or giving up. They imagine defeat, but true surrender, as taught by spiritual masters like Eckhart Tolle, is something entirely different. It is not a resignation. It is not passivity. It is not weakness. True surrender is an inner yes to this moment. It's an acceptance of the now. It's an acceptance of the present moment as it is. Surrender, again, doesn't necessarily mean to give up. It really just means to stop resisting what is. It means to no longer fight with the reality of this moment. When you resist life, you create tension, stress, and inner conflict. But the moment you surrender, you align yourself with life itself. Giving up, it feels heavy and hopeless. It's kind of almost falls into kind of this victim mindset. It comes with despair. There's no point, nothing will ever change. Surrender, on the other hand, feels light. It carries peace, even in difficult circumstances. You can surrender fully to what is and still take action from a place of clarity. That's the paradox. Surrender empowers action while resistance drains it. So an example that we could all probably use is just being stuck in traffic. Resistance will sound like, this shouldn't be happening. I'm going to be late. Why is this always happening to me? And then you get stressed out, stress builds, and you get upset. Now, if we look at surrender in this example, it would look more like this. This is where I am. This is what is. Suddenly, the struggle softens. The situation hasn't really changed, but your state of mind has. You may still call ahead or take another route, but your actions come from peace, not frustration. Surrender is the gateway to inner peace because it removes this inner war. The ego thrives on control, always trying to force life into its own image on how things should be. But life is always greater than our ideas of it. Surrender is simply saying, I will no longer resist reality. I will trust this moment as it is. In that yes, the heart opens and peace enters, and you feel yourself carried by something greater, what many call God, Source, or simply life itself. At the deepest level, surrender is a spiritual practice. It is saying, Thy will be done, not mine. Not in a passive way, but as a recognition that there is a higher wisdom guiding everything. When you surrender to the present moment, you surrender to God's will, because the present moment is God's will. So how do we practice? Very simply, right now, notice your body. Is there any tension anywhere? Ask yourself, what am I resisting in this moment? Then soften and say silently, yes. Yes to this moment as it is. You'll feel a shift. You'll feel kind of this release and a space opening. That is surrender. True surrender is not giving up. It is awakening. It is an inner yes to the life that is already here. If you want to go deeper into this practice of presence and surrender, I offer one-on-one coaching where we work together to bring these teachings into your daily life so that peace is not just an idea, but a lived reality. You'll find a link in the description below to book a session with me. So I just want to say thank you for being here today, and may you discover the freedom of surrender. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.